So this is a mix that I made for lipedema awareness because I have lipedema. I've been diagnosed as having lipedema, and I know that's probably not what this purple set was for. I can't remember what it was for right now, but that's what I'm using it for. So purple is for lipedema awareness, just like it is for lots and lots of things. And I was diagnosed with lipedema in like October. And what lipedema is it is an abnormal fat buildup on both sides of your lower body, usually your legs, but it can also be in your arms. It can cause pain and make daily activities difficult. Lipedema doesn't respond to diet and exercise like ordinary fat. It's literally like the DNA in the fat is broken or incorrect. So that means that like it hurts everywhere when I'm touched. And I didn't know this, but fat is not supposed to hurt. And I have always struggled with my weight. And I have always had fat arms, abnormally fat arms. And my legs weren't always larger, but I'm starting to get it there too. And I'm pretty sure I have it in my stomach. You know what? I forgot to use this. My doctor felt my stomach and said she could feel it in my stomach. And last year, I started gaining more weight. My weight had been the same for like 2 or 3 years, but I was struggling to lose weight. And then all of a sudden, I gained like 10 pounds quickly, and I couldn't get it to go back off. And then I gained like, oh gosh, I want to say 20 pounds or something. I've gained like 22 pounds in the last year. So, and it doesn't matter what I've done. I've like restricted calories, I've done all the things that you're supposed to do. This was in, I think, the April box. It's called not Pretty Please. I can't remember. It was the purple one. Anyway, so I've gone to a physical therapist and a whole bunch of stuff, but I wanted to do something so that I could share it in like the nail fee groups and that sort of thing and say, hey, like, this is a thing. Because they say it's really rare. But my doctor said that she took a class on it and they did a study and they found that it was like 5% or so of obese women in their study had lipedema. And 5% of 60% of the population is not rare. It's fairly common. So there's people walking around frustrated and depressed because they can't lose weight. And, some of these women have gone so far as to be anorexic, and they still have all this, what looks like fat, because the fat is abnormally sized. If a normal fat cell is like this size right here, the lipedema fat can be twice as big, all the way up to like 10 times as big. And I mean, obviously cells are teeny tiny, right? That was just like a representation. But the point is that it's a disease and it's not recognized here in America the way it is over in like Europe. So it can be distributed unevenly in your legs and butt instead of in a regular pattern. Commonly, there's a fatty area on the inside of the knees and on the outside of the hips. As it develops, dimpling of the skin and the infective areas may be noticed. Now, mine is probably like stage 1 or 2, so it's not like super bad, but I am severely obese according to, the weight graphic thing of, what they want you to be. So I think I want to say for my ideal weight, I'm probably like 90 pounds overweight. And I'm really tall for a woman, so it's not like, I almost could have made that fit. So it's not like, I don't look, I don't think horribly obese. I'm not round, but I'm getting there. And I just feel like I'm not myself, and I feel like I'm pregnant. Like it feels to me like I'm like it did when I was pregnant, because that's the goal of every woman ever, is to feel pregnant when you're not. Just in my stomach feels like big, like there's a baby in there, and there's no baby. So like that's not even possible, because we've used 2 forms of fairly permanent birth control. Anyway, so and I'm not talking about this because I want anybody to feel sorry for me. I'm just talking about it because I feel like it's important for people to know. This has like a purple backing. It's like the same color as the strip, basically. It's really pretty. It has like hollow glitter, but then it also has like prism effects. Can you see it? Let's see if I can get it to focus. It's very, very pale purple, but it has like a pink sheen. Whoops. And it has like pink prism effects. Oh, I didn't put that on straight. This is my special finger that curves all sorts of weird. If I had cut these, I probably could have put these on my pinkies, but it's okay. I had the little pinky strips. Anyway, like certain places where I can feel like the little nodules of lipedema, or the abnormal adipose tissue, which is abnormal fat tissue. If I push like that on it, like it doesn't feel good. And I always thought that was normal. I thought that fat hurt. But I've talked to a few people and they're like, no, my fat doesn't hurt. It also causes your lymph to not drain. So see, like as I go up, my arms get like larger, but I don't have any fat on my hands or my feet, which is classic lipedema. And I don't know why it took my doctor so long to figure it out. I have this like right here, and it's worse on this side, see? And this lipedema fat will hold on to fluid. So if I eat something that my body finds inflammatory, my body will hang on to fluid and I will get puffy, like I'll retain water, but then it doesn't release it back later. So the only thing I found that helps me with possibly losing some of that fluid is to not eat wheat or grains, really. Apparently this goes like that. Which side is it? So corn and potatoes don't seem to bother me. Too much salt, obviously. I mean, everybody has a problem with too much salt, right? Once they hit a certain age. I never used to. I could eat as much salt as I wanted, and it was never a problem. So, you can have easy bruising in the affected areas. You might be sensitive to touch and pressure, which I definitely am. It hurts in the affected areas. And they may hurt and feel uncomfortable. Swelling may become worse in the afternoon, evening, or after an activity in hot or humid weather. That's true. I feel like worse towards the end of the day. And apparently, because the adipose tissue or the fat is weird and it pushes on things in your body, it can cause like I lost my train of thought, guys, sorry. Oh, it can cause problems with your lymphatic system, which is what drains the fluid out of your body and circulates stuff. Come on, come off of there. I always feel like overlays are more difficult to work with. This one seems fine. So I try to give them a little bit of heat. I think that's my skin. I'm hoping it doesn't bug me too much that I have two different overlays on these two fingers. So as it progresses, if you don't figure out a way to manage it, as it progresses, it can cause mobility issues, which I don't have yet. But sometimes on my upper thigh, like way up high, it is uncomfortable to walk if I sit for a while. My body's like, nope. And I don't think that's from age because I'm not even 40 yet. So I really shouldn't be having any kinds of issues like that. And I do lift weights, and I do exercise. I do yoga. So, but if I don't do yoga or lift weights that day, I feel a lot more stiff. And it's uncomfortable. I hope this doesn't just look gray. I guess we'll find out. put that on apparently a little bit crooked. So I have reduced the amount of sugar that I eat because sugar is inflammatory and it makes my body hurt. Like I'll wake up the next day after I have like cake or something and everything just aches. Yeah, I wish this was a little bit darker, I think, but that's okay. Still pretty. Come on. It's like gonna stay on there forever. I feel like this isn't laying down as well as it could be right here. So they still don't know exactly what causes lipedema. They think that there's like a they think that there's a hereditary aspect to it. But they know there's a correlation between hormone changes and lipedema. And it is extremely uncommon for men to have it. Oh, I guess that's upside down. Oh well. I didn't think about that until it was already on. Too late now. I guess these ones are upside down too. Whoops. I feel like this is the bottom. Not my cuticle, because I don't look at my fingers like that. I look at them like this. I apologize if that bothers you. So this can be triggered at puberty or when you're pregnant or after a trauma or during menopause. So like anytime there's a huge hormone change. And I'm pretty sure for me it was puberty, because when I was a very small child, like 8 years old, I have pictures, and I didn't have large arms or large legs. I looked like a normal kid. I wasn't like super skinny, but I was normal size. I wasn't overweight, I don't think. So, and then when I was in high school, I was large. So I think puberty was probably my trigger, unfortunately. I got to have it for most of my life, because I always struggled. I was always larger, and my arms were always larger, and I always tried to wear t-shirts to cover it up. I would never wear tank tops until I was like 30 or something, and then I was just like, screw it. You don't like the way my arms look? Don't look at them. Like, it was super uncomfortable to wear sleeves. And I don't mind wearing like sweaters, but most women's shirts don't fit me well. So, pain. Okay, I want to see if I can. This is really pretty too. This one is called, can't remember. It was a foundation set for something earlier this year, I think, or last year. So I'm trying to decide. Oh, I guess it's like really off-centered. If I do that, that would be really weird. To put it on the side instead of like that. And put this like, this will have to be turned right here. This feels a little stiff. Because I think, oh, that should be fine. If I do it like that, well, that might be cute. It still won't be the same though, because this will be at the bottom and this will be at the top. So maybe I'll do it like that. Hopefully it won't bug me too much that they're not gonna mirror, which is annoying to me. Okay, I'm gonna put these under here because those did feel a little bit stiff, but we keep our house cold. So like it's 69 or 68 in my house. May or may not be long enough, but I have this other strip, so it's fine. Seems like it's a little bit sheer, but I think it's just my imagination. Because it has a purple back. So I wasn't a fan of this set when it first came out, but I thought it would go well with this, the set I'm going to put on my thumbs. Anyway, so things that you can do to manage it are compression garments, which I have not found any that seem to help. I've tried several different types of socks, and I always feel like I have more swelling at my ankles than if I just don't wear them. I have a rebounder, and I've had it for a long time. And I do use my rebounder, and I do think that that helps. I feel like I'm less, yeah, that's too short. I feel like I'm less swollen when I remember to do that every day, at least for 5 minutes. And it's just soft bouncing. It's nothing like too crazy or anything. Sometimes I feel like it would be better if I kind of get a bigger, like fatter curve. Of course, it would help if it was actually round. So this nail bit is shorter than my other. Come off. My other hand for some reason, see? It's shorter. My nail is shorter, and then my nail bed is shorter, and see how much shorter it is? We keep the house cooler like this because, like, I would probably be happy at like 70 or 72, but my husband gets hot easily. And it's a lot easier for me to take off or put on clothes than it is for him to take off clothes. Like, he could only take off so much. And he's always been like that. He's just always been warm. I think men generally are more warm. His mom comes over and she's like, "It's freezing in your house." And we go over there and we're like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna die." Because it's like always so cold there. This is a pretty old set. I might need to put bonder on. I still wonder if I wouldn't be happier. I think I might be happier turning it. I don't think I need to turn it quite or trim it quite that far though if I do that. Oh, but you know what? I should have done it the other direction. It's okay. Oh, that's a little too much. It's almost long enough. Let's see if it will stretch at all. We have an all-electric leaf, and we are looking into getting a new all-electric vehicle. Oh boy, okay. That is not the right direction that I was supposed to stretch it. We're looking into getting a new, not new, but like newer, I guess, like a used all-electric vehicle, because the electric vehicle that we have is from 2015. And the range is about 60 to 70 miles on it. Sometimes a little bit higher if we're just driving 35. But on the freeway, sorry, just a minute, it's not very good. So it's fine for driving around town, but we can't drive it to like the next city over where his parents live, where my husband's parents live. We went to go look at a car yesterday, and on their website it said that it was eligible for the $4,000 rebate. Because there's a federal rebate right now for electric cars that are used, and it's $4,000. That is a really pale purple. Anyway, they basically were catfishing us because when we went in and we were starting the process of buying the car, they were like, well, it's not eligible for this tax rebate because it's only 1 year old and it has to be 2 years old. And they were like, that was a mistake. This car has been on their website for over a month. My husband's been watching it. And it keeps going. It's gone down like $1,000 from when he first started looking at it. And it has had that same sticker there. So you know that there's been other people who have gone in, right, and asked about it. And anyway, so basically, you know, they're lying to you, right, to get. What if I took this and laid it over here, because the other side is bigger. I think that's how much I cut off. Like that. Seems like too much, honestly. I hope that fits on my other finger. Oh yeah, it should be fine. Anyway. So basically they're catfishing you. They're getting you in there. I just thought it was weird because it's not like they still tried to sell us the car or anything. They were just like, well, we just wanted to make sure because blah, blah, blah. And they were like, a third party does this thing. And I'm just like, you haven't told them to change it? And you've had this up here for how long? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. So this is like too long. Oh, maybe not. Just barely, but I don't want to cut off my E. Goodness. See, it's not putting it up high enough. And we like test drove the car and everything. It was a Chevy Bolt EUV, which is slightly larger than our Leaf. But it has more range. I'm trying not to stretch it, but I think I stretched that poor little heart a little bit. And I will have to put Clear's Day over the top of this and my middle finger. Because when we first bought our Leaf, they were like, oh yeah, you can go to Walla Walla and back. Yeah, they were full of crap. We got to Walla Walla, like, I don't know, 10 miles left or something, and had to charge. And if you have, there's different chargers. And now his mom has a fast charger and it's like 4 hours. But before it was like 8 hours to charge it back up to full before we could leave. So that was a fun experience right there. Or 12 hours or something. We were like, what the what? We were not happy. Because we wouldn't have bought it. Because our other car at the time was a Mustang. So that was, yeah. Or no, maybe, I can't remember now. But yeah, we don't have the Mustang anymore. We also have a hybrid. It is also a 2015. I cut that like really crooked. Do you see that? It's like longer on that corner edge. So this smoothed out pretty good. With the exception of that corner that I didn't apparently cut it very good. Okay. I don't know why, but I like it to go to the outside. I put the thing in here. I need to grab my template because I apparently didn't think ahead. Oh, maybe this is it. That might be it. Yeah. So how was I going to wear this? Like this? So it doesn't bother me as much if my other nails don't mirror, but I see my thumbs all the time. So it bothers me more. And my goal when I do my nails is for them to basically look like they grew out that color. So this is a metallic set, in case you were wondering. You see how the back is shiny like that? Oh, I apologize. It's probably shining in your guys' eyeballs. Oh. So I have on such a V. Because I knew that these were going to be not very forgiving. Right, they're not glitters. Especially this metallic set. Oops. It's cute though. Anyway, we've had the car for, goodness, a long time. I think we got it in 2017 and it's 2014, so. And when I go somewhere and I come home and I have like straight lines, which means I'm out of battery, it makes me nervous. I'm not gonna lie. So I told my husband we need to replace this car before wintertime because when it's cold, the heat seems to suck a lot more battery out. I don't think I want to try to, I mean, I could, I guess. It would just be the other direction. It's like perfectly the right length, I think, so I shouldn't be cutting it off. My hearts will just be upside down to me, I guess. Honestly, this is a little too pale for my liking, but it's okay. It's not awful, it's just I like much darker colors than this. When I did my cuticle care, I just did cuticle remover. I didn't do the emery board cuticle thing. No, the E is stretched a little too much. Makes me sad. See, my E's gonna get cut off a little tiny bit. And I don't know that I got all of my cuticle off. But sometimes when I use that thing that I showed you guys, this thing right here, I feel like I'd scrape some of my nail off with it too, which is not ideal. So I feel like you're damaging your nail bed. I haven't decided if I want to put sparkle sauce on this or not. I have like one that's like the Prism Effects and it's purple and pink. I think that might be pretty. It would make it match this a little bit. Anyway, long story short, car dealerships are crooked, but we already knew that, right? And I don't have an electric car because I'm trying to save the planet, although I do recycle because I would like to not destroy our planet. I have an electric car because I don't feel like paying $5 a gallon for gas. And power is incredibly cheap where I live because we have hydropower for like, can't remember what they said, like 60 or 80% of our power comes from hydropower. What do you think? That still doesn't mirror. That's actually maybe worse. Oh my goodness. Oh well. I wonder how much that's gonna bug me. Okay, I will attach pictures as always. Thanks for joining me. I hope you learned something. And I hope that you do not have lipedema. Because it's a very frustrating thing. And it's not even like I'm like, oh yay, now I know I can't lose weight. It's like, damn it, what am I gonna do now? It's like the only like sure way to lose it is to have it removed via liposuction. Which insurance will pay for, but it is incredibly invasive and, from what I've heard, very painful. I mean, it's surgery and you have to wear special garments when you're done for several months, and it just doesn't sound like anything I want to do. I just don't, I don't want to have surgery. So yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, guys. I'm hoping that I can manage it another way. Okay, I'll talk to you later.